Best of r/choosing beggars episode 6. Disclaimer. This isn't one of those psycho stories but a CB story nonetheless. I work at XXX, undisclosed kids play place, with a concession stand. I'm pretty new to the job, so I always double check when I'm unsure of something. Stuff like if we can refund a pizza slice that fell on the floor or whatever. This day I was working concessions. Enter CB and CB pal. Now CB and his pal are clearly too old to be at the play place, but they were there for a birthday party, so we make an exception, like usual, and let them in, although they can't play on anything. That didn't stop them. They were obnoxious and rude the whole time. Our target audience is 3 years old, so I'm sure you can imagine how not good it is to have these giant 15-17-year-olds basically trampling these kids that can barely walk. We tried to stop them, but they weren't listening. Eventually they come up to me at concessions. They want refills. Normally, this is fine. We have a small fee for refills, like $0.67. However, the first thing is that they are handing me cups from a gas station, aka they never paid for a drink in the first place. The second thing is that they want refills for free. It's loud in XXX, so I thought maybe I misheard them. I'm trying to figure out what's going on, when they point to the on-shift manager and told me she talked to them and that it was all good. I was unsure of what the heck was going on, so I double-checked. There are 2 guys over there who want refills and they said they talked to you, manager. They can only get water, because it's free anyways, but anything else they have to pay for a drink. Okay, thanks. Manager, yeah, I already talked to them. They knew not to do that. Wait, what? They tried to trick me? I go back to CB and his pal and politely relay what I was told. CB's pal gave in and got water, but CB just stormed off mumbling under his breath about how ridiculous it was. I told you it wasn't a psycho story, but it was still ridiculous. They thought they could manipulate me because I was clearly new, and then got mad when I caught them. TL. Doctor, 2 teenage brats are being obnoxious in a children's play place and then try to trick me into giving them free concessions, despite already being told off. Thank you. Next. I was in the office with one of my managers. He started complaining about how only a few people in our departments donated towards this work-related event. He started talking shit about employees and stating that because they didn't donate it made him look like a bad manager. He stated we were one of the larger departments and how awful the employees were for making him and our department look bad. I pointed out that we may be one of the larger departments but we are the lowest paid and 90% of our staff have families and it wasn't an obligation for them to put money toward it. He went on and on about it. I asked if he had donated towards it. No, he hadn't. He said that he wasn't obligated to and that he's trying to save money for a trip that him and his wife want to take. He was just hoping the rest of us would raise the most and he would be the one to accept the recognition and praise for our department. He also said that he was hoping that if we had there would have been some kind of cash prize he could put towards said trip. Thank you. Next. Not sure if this should be in /choosing beggars or what exactly to classify it as. Closest I can figure it. Some customers are quite rude. Originally written down in 2014. I've been telling this story for quite some time now and I figured it was time to commit it to some permanent form. Setting. I was doing tech support for a company that had wired and Wi-Fi connections at over 1,000 locations all across the US. These connections were at hotels, airports, fast food places and even one chain of apartments in California. I can't remember the customer's name, so I'm going to refer to her as Margaret. No offense meant to any person living or dead who might be named Margaret is intended. Hello. Thank you for calling XXXXXX. How can I help you? Margaret, your internet at this hotel isn't working. You need to get it in gear, buddy. Okay, I'll get right to it. Can you please tell me what hotel you are located at so I can work on that for you? Margaret, what, you aren't here in the building? Oh for gosh, I'm, name, at the hotel name, in city name, Thank you. One moment while I pull up that hotel and check the networks there. Now I know you're thinking this might be a tech support white lie, but it's not. We actually did have full remote access to the networks there at each location. I could pull up the hotel and show individual Wi-Fi routers and network traffic. If you had a wired room I could tell if you plugged in your network cable. In the case of Wi-Fi, the routers were labeled so that I could see it listed as 3rd floor near room 321 or whatever. So while we didn't have a layout map of every individual hotel, the support people such as myself could make reasonable estimates about the layout and availability. Me. Okay, great. Thank you for your patience. I've got that hotel up here on my screens and I'm just now checking connectivity to the networks. Now are you trying to connect with the wired port in your room or with the Wi-Fi? Margaret, listen, I'm wireless. Do you understand me? Me. Yes, mom, I was. Margaret, I was saying I'm wireless now. Earlier today before I came to town for this business trip, I went to Best Buy and got my laptop upgraded. I told them I wanted to be wireless. I have seen all of those TV commercials about wireless, so I figured it would make my life easier to deal with, right? Me. Sure thing. Margaret, so I went into Best Buy and I told the techs I wanted to get this laptop to be able to do wireless. They took it and well, I'm not certain exactly what they did, but they made it wireless. The technicians at Best Buy even showed me that my laptop was wireless. It was working perfectly at Best Buy. Now I'm here at your hotel and it's not working. You need to get your network fixed. Me. Okay, we can certainly take care of you with this issue. What operating system are you using? Margaret. Oh no, you don't. Don't you even start to blame my computer for your problems. I just told you I went to Best Buy today and the technicians, they helped me out. They installed wireless on my computer. I was there earlier today before I started my trip. They were able to get it working and everything was working great while I was at Best Buy, so don't you even try to blame my computer for this problem. It's not a problem with my computer. I went to Best Buy and it was working great when I left. Now I'm here at your hotel and it's not working and you need to fix the network here in the hotel. Me. Mom, I'm not trying to blame your computer for any issues. I am simply trying to begin the troubleshooting and the first step is to determine the operating system of the computer you're trying to connect with. Margaret, there you go. You're blaming my computer already. I told you. I went to Best Buy today. I went there to get wireless and they installed it on my computer. Does this hotel have wireless available or not? Me. Yes, mom, the hotel has wireless. And Margaret, then why isn't your system working right? Have you got it fixed yet? Look, I'm still unable to connect. You aren't doing anything, are you? Me. Mom, I'm trying to go through the standard troubleshooting procedures for helping customers get connected to the wireless. There are questions I have to ask about your location and computer to be able to determine where the problem. Margaret, there you go again. I told you. The problem is not with my computer. Listen to me. I went to Best Buy today because I wanted to get wireless on my computer. The technicians, they helped me out. They installed wireless on my computer. I was there earlier today before I started my trip. They were able to get it working and everything was working great while I was at Best Buy, so don't you even try to blame my computer for this problem. It is not a problem with my computer. I went to Best Buy and it was working great when I left. Now I'm here at your hotel and it's not working and you need to fix the network here in the hotel. Not my computer. My computer is not the problem. Me. Yes, mom. I understand you went to Best Buy and it was working great there. I understand that you are not getting a connection. Margaret, IT's not my computer. Me. Mom. Hello, yes mom, I haven't said it was your computer. I'm trying to describe what is going on here and you keep interrupting. Margaret, well, maybe you need to stop trying to describe the process and just fix the Wi-Fi at this hotel. I told you my computer is working. I went to Best Buy today. I went in there and told them that I wanted to have wireless on this computer because I have seen the commercials for it and it's supposed to be so damn simple, so why are you sitting there trying to explain the process to me instead of just fixing the damn thing? Me. Mom, I would really like to get to troubleshooting this if you would please stop interrupting the process. Margaret. Fine. Me. Okay. From what I have listed here, you're at Hotel and City. Could you please give me your room number? Margaret. Why the heck would you need private information like that? I don't feel comfortable about giving you that info. That's not something you should be asking a lady that is at a hotel by herself. Me. I'm not even in the same state as you, so giving me your room number shouldn't be a problem. Reason I ask for a room number is that I have access to all of the wireless access points in the building and can remotely tell which ones are running and in use as opposed to those that might be offline and needing service. Now can I get your room number please? Margaret, can't you just fix the wireless thingies that are broken? Seems like that's what needs to be done here since my laptop is obviously not the problem. You see, it was working great earlier today when I went to Best Buy. I went to Best Buy today because I want to be wireless. The technicians there were able to get my computer all set up, and they even showed me that it was connecting wirelessly just fine while I was at the Best Buy, but now that I'm here I'm not connecting, so it is obviously not my computer. You just need to fix whatever thingy here at this hotel is down. Why haven't you been listening? Fix the wireless. Me. Mom, I'd like to do that, but while we've been talking I've been looking at each wireless point in the hotel and they are all actively running. I'm not showing any of them with any problems, so I can't just fix the bad one because there aren't any showing as bad. If you could give me your room number, then I could localize this issue and test the access points in your direct area of the building. Margaret. Okay, I'm on the 3rd floor in room 319. Me. Okay, great. Thank you for that information. Let me pull up specifics about that room. I'm showing that there is a wired port and... Margaret, you're not even listening to me. I am wireless. I don't need a wired connection. I went to Best Buy earlier today because I wanted to get my laptop changed so that it could run wirelessly. The technicians were very helpful. They did some stuff to my computer to make it work wirelessly. My laptop is wireless. It was working great at Best Buy. Now I'm here and your network is not working. Me. Okay, I was just stating facts but you interrupted me. I was saying that the room has both wired and wireless options. There is a wireless access point in the room next to yours. You should be getting a great signal. Margaret, well, I'm not getting anything. You must be mistaken, there's nothing. This was working great at Best Buy but now I'm not getting anything, so obviously that wireless thingy isn't working right. People can't connect. Me. Mom, I'm showing that there are 2 other guests connecting to the wireless that you should be able to connect to. I can see that they have both been connected for over 30 minutes and that they are currently passing traffic back and forth on the network. Margaret, well then why isn't it working for me? And do not try to tell me it's my computer. I went to Best Buy today specifically to get wireless installed on my laptop. The technicians there were able to get it installed and they even showed me that it was working great there at the store. I was able to get online and everything. Me. Okay, I'm not trying to suggest that this is a problem or malfunction in your computer. You haven't given me any information about your computer setup yet, so I haven't been able to diagnose where the problem is. Margaret, but I told you, I went to Best Buy. I asked the technicians to install wireless on this computer and when I left it was working great. They assured me that I wouldn't have any problems. Me. Okay, but there are still issues. Even with a perfectly working computer that could prevent you from being able to connect, such as if the wireless device on your computer is turned on or not. Margaret, it was working at Best Buy. Me. Yes, but it can be turned off. Just like anything else, it can be turned off and on. Margaret, well, how can I tell if it's turned off? Me. That's why I asked you a while ago what operating system you are using. Is it Windows? Margaret, yes, it's Windows. But it was working fine at Best Buy and I didn't turn anything off, so it shouldn't be off. See, I went to Best Buy today specifically because I wanted to be wireless. The guys there installed Wi-Fi for me and showed me that it was working, and that's what I wanted. I wanted to be wireless. I didn't turn anything off after I left. It should be working great. Me. Okay, so let's see what we can find, shall we? If you could please, what do you have on your screen in the lower right hand corner? Margaret. Lower right? Well, nothing of course. I told you, the wireless here at the hotel is not working. Gosh, I wish you'd listen. Me. Okay, excuse me, did you say there was nothing in the lower right corner? Not even the time showing down there? Margaret. No, nothing. No clock or anything else. Me. Okay, do you have your normal screen showing? Such as, can you see the start menu in the bottom left hand corner, or any other corner? Margaret. No, there's nothing there. I told you the network here is not working. This was working at Best Buy. I went there today to get wireless installed. Me. Okay, so it sounds like your laptop screen is blank, is that correct? Margaret. Well, yes. I've been saying that this whole time. Your network is not working. Me. Okay then, let's try this. Can you please try pressing the power button on the laptop? Margaret. Okay, I pressed it. Can I let go? Me, yes. Just press and release and tell me if any lights turn on or the screen changes. Margaret, nothing happened. See, I told you it's not a problem with my computer. Your Wi-Fi is not working. Me, great news mom, I believe I've found the issue. Margaret, finally, what is wrong with your network? Can you fix it? I need to get online and stop mucking about with you. Me, mom, the issue at this point is that your battery is dead, discharged and cannot power your laptop. So if you could just plug in your power cord. Margaret, you obviously have not been listening to me. Listen, I am wireless. I went to Best Buy today because I wanted to be wireless so I wouldn't have to mess with cords again. I went to Best Buy earlier today before I came to this hotel and told them I wanted to be wireless. The technicians there were able to set up my laptop so that I could be wireless, and when they were done they showed me that I was connecting just fine. I paid them money to be wireless. My laptop is wireless. Haven't you been paying attention? Me, mom, you are the one hitting the button that says power and nothing happens on your laptop. If you hit the power button and the laptop doesn't turn on, then it is a power issue. It needs electricity to run. Wireless only refers to the network connection. The laptop still needs power. Margaret, okay then, smart guy. How come I was able to work wirelessly at the Best Buy? It was working great there. Me, mom, laptops have a battery that allows them to operate for a short period of time without being connected to power. That battery only lasts about 2 to 4 hours before it needs a recharge. While the battery has a charge on it, you don't need to have any cords connected at all. But after that battery gets discharged, you do have to recharge the battery. This really isn't a problem. Just plug in your power cord and you'll be fine. Margaret, I told you, I went to the Best Buy so I could be wireless. So obviously, since I intended to be wireless, I didn't bring that with me. Me, okay. So because you are wireless, am I to understand that you did not even bring the power cord with you? You didn't bring any of the cords with you, is that true? Margaret, well, of course I didn't. Are you stupid? Why would I bring cords with me if I'm wireless? Me, okay, that is going to be a problem then. The laptop will not turn on without power, so you're going to have to get a power source to recharge the laptop so it can connect. Margaret, can't you just send one up from the front desk of the hotel? Me, no, that's very unlikely. Each brand and model of laptop uses a specific power connection, and it would be very unlikely that the hotel would have the exact one for your specific model of laptop. There are hundreds of possible types. Margaret, well, okay, so I'll just go get another set of batteries. Gosh, sigh. Okay, so what does this laptop need? Like D cells or something? How many should I get to be able to power me through the weekend? Me, no mom, you can't just use D cells. The batteries that go into laptops are very particular. Your best bet is to go to the nearest Best Buy to see if they can sell you a new power cord if they have one. Margaret, why get a new cord? I already have one at home. Can't I just get a new battery from Best Buy? Me, no mom. When you get a battery over the counter at places such as Best Buy, they do not come with a charge on them. You usually have to charge them up for 6 hours or more before they are usable the first time. You need to ask them for a charger for your laptop specifically. Dart. There was probably a bit more discussion on the matter. Once I had her convinced that the battery was the issue, it de-escalated in a hurry. She also stopped trying to retell me the Best Buy story. Yes, I realize that I wrote it over and over in this post, but honestly she did tell me the whole story over and over again. I wanted to be true to the original. I attest that this is true and accurate to the best of my recollection. Yes, this really happened. Thank you. Next. Recently I placed an ad on Craigslist where I was about to surrender my 4-month-old terrier mixed puppy that was given to me by an ill family friend. He was hospitalized and his situation complicated. I contacted him to see if he or someone in his family could take the puppy back, and they said no. Currently I am convalescing and live with a disability, and the landlord is trying to charge me fees for the puppy. The CB contacts me expressing interest in the puppy. I contacted him a few days later, tell him that I am giving her away and not trying to profit. He tells me he just bought a house on the far side of town. CB confesses that he was about to pay $500 for a year-old GSD on Craigslist, but the deal fell through. CB wanted a real puppy for his young kids, not an adult dog. His kids bought a £50 bag of dog food with their allowance money and were disappointed when I did not reply right away. I did not immediately notice his message. As we got to talking, he told me he and his wife were going to take a vacay next spring to get an AKC pit terrier in LA for over $4k, and he could not believe it. I told him that's standard out that way and that Las Vegas has a big pit culture where rescues and training abound for them. He sounded excited and asked me to hook him up, but told him to run a web search as I have been away for a long time. When we arrange a meeting, he initially tells me he can come to my place with his kids after picking them up from school. Later on he tells me that the kiddos have homework that will take about 90 minutes to help them complete. I said okay and could wait for him. Then he asks me if I could drop off the puppy to him or if we could meet another day. I told him my car broke down and cannot travel far on public transit and that the next day I was going to be in doctor's appointments all day. He told me where he lives and which is more than 30 minutes away driving in rush hour traffic, which did not sound appealing to him. Even if I wanted to travel that far on the bus, the trip is at least 2 hours on the bus and later I would have to call a cab to get to his house as his neighborhood is not readily bus accessible. I used to work in his neck of the woods and that's really inconsiderate that he'd place a woman in a border town in that predicament at night for his convenience. So CB claims to be willing to spend big money for a big family dog, yet stands me up when I was unable to accommodate him, though I was giving away a puppy worth hundreds at least for free. In the end I am happy he stood me up because I had a breakdown and realized that in spite of my situation I could not part with my puppy. I already have bonded with her and that's that. My landlord will have to make payment arrangements so I can pay their fee and the puppers will have to understand that I'm no athlete and can play with her all day long. The hours pass and at 8 p.m. I realize that he stood me up and would never come.